Alright guys, 25,000 mile review on the 450. Obviously by the title of this video you know my thoughts on the video probably, or the truck already, but let's get into it. Alright guys, I've had the truck for about 8 months now. I've got a little less than 25,000 miles. I bought the truck, I'm owner. I'm not just a YouTube reviewer for trucks or anything like that. So I'll get into all the kind of YouTube videos about this truck that kind of make me mad, or at least, you know, there's a lot of misinformation and bad reviews out there. So 25,000 miles, how do I like it? I absolutely love it. There's nothing has gone wrong with this. I haven't had a flat tire, knock on wood. I've had some bald tires. I replaced 2 tires. I'm the second owner, so the truck, you know, it was a hot shot for a couple months. So that's the reason why I was looking for this truck, is because I wanted a used truck like this. So if anything would have broke, it would have broke with somebody else, not me. No problems whatsoever with this truck at all. Maintenance every 200 engine hours. I do engine hours, I don't do mileage, because I do leave this idling in the wintertime. And for if I'm just doing short, you know, stops, I don't turn the truck off. I just leave it on, go do what I need to do, just because it's a, you know, diesel engine. So you don't want to, you know, they don't like just being started and stopped real frequently kind of thing. So it's a 2020 F450 STX XL package. It's got everything I want, and more importantly, everything that I don't want is actually not installed in this truck, which is no sunroof. I don't need a sunroof because they leak. I bought this truck. I'm not going to get rid of it for foreseeable future. I don't even plan on getting rid of this. You know, if the engine fails on me, I'm just going to replace it with another one, minus some weight, of course, if you know what I'm talking about. But this truck has a 140,000 mile warranty, so we have plenty of time to run that out for sure. So, and mileage obviously. The F450, the reason why I chose it over the 350 or a Ram, I was not brand loyal at all about what truck I need. I knew I needed a dually, and I'll go into that in a little bit. I knew I needed you know, an HD pickup basically. So I went and looked at all. I mean, I was shopping for everything, and it came down to 2, which is the Ram 3500, F350, and then F450. Obviously we live in Michigan, so I was kind of keen on the aluminum body just because of the rust issues and stuff. I've seen brand new Rams like 1 year in, and then they have rust bubbles and stuff like that, so wasn't too happy about that. But the Rams do have the, you know, the crazy mega cab or whatever. Like they have some nice truck, and their interiors are far better than the Fords, at least at this you know, 2020 version anyway. So the 2022s have actually been kind of nice as well. But it came down, I test drove this 450, I test drove the 350 and the Ram, and there's 2 reasons I chose the 450 over the other 2. And the main reason why you should, and why this truck is better than yours if you don't have a 450, is the wide track front end. Hands down, it is the best thing about the 450. Turning radius, I use this truck for work. This is dirty. You're not going to see a clean truck on this channel. It's dirty. I work with it. It's not a garage queen. It doesn't even fit in my garage. It just stays outside. It gets dirty. I do wash it. Obviously, I do try to take care of it, but I'm not going to be, you know, doing the Black Beauty polish or anything like that. This is a work truck. I will be replacing the rims once the tires wear out. We'll put some 20s on there. It does ride a little rough because they are commercial grade 19.5s, and it is what it is. As it sits right now, it's not loaded at all, so it does have a rough ride. Once you put a load on the back of it, behind it, it smooths the suspension out pretty good. So very nice. The wide track front end, getting back to that, it turns super great. I've did some review, or I've watched some reviews, and I guess somebody else said that between a 350 and a 450, if you're turning at the exact same rate, the 450 will have a 7-foot radius, better turning radius than the 350. And obviously it goes without saying to the 3500 GMC and Rams. So turning radius is absolutely worth it. It's something where you're like, it's, you know, it's fine. You can get a 350 with a diesel, you can get the Cummins, but once you actually see you can go, you know, full over, you get a couple extra turns of the steering wheel, and you're actually making, you know, your turn without actually having to do a 3-point or a 4-point turn. It's fantastic. That was the biggest. I mean, I knew I was gonna like it, but I was like, it's ridiculous. It's awesome. So next, will be the brakes. They are upgraded. They are bigger brakes than the Ram, or the Ram, and also the F350. I tow. This truck has a trailer behind it. 90% of the time, maybe 85% of the time, that's what I do. I'm a contractor. This thing it works. And now my tool trailer is only like 7,000 pounds. It's nothing big. My dump trailer, I think I've gotten it up to 20,000 pounds. Not exactly legal, but that's, it is what it is. So that's what we've been running. The dump trailer is a gooseneck. We work with it, and I'm not easy on this truck at all. I take care of it religiously, but at the same time, it's a tool. It needs to make me money, and that's what it does. Very stable. I'm coming from an F150, the dually. I wasn't really keen on the dually at first, but looking back at it, I knew I need stability. I'm gonna keep this truck 15, 20 years probably, if not ever, and just keep it, and just because it's, once it's paid for, it's just an asset, right? So we plan on keeping it, so maybe a fifth wheel down the road. Obviously a gooseneck package with a dump trailer. We're going to put skid steers behind it, mini excavators and stuff with the business. So I wanted to buy it, buy once, cry once. Obviously these trucks are expensive, and this is what I got. Now, it's an XL package with the STX, which is some chrome, bits and pieces here. No big deal, but you've got the vinyl flooring, so I can wash it out easy. It's just easy. I need easy. There's no frills. I do have the upfitter switches, is great. I wanted those dual batteries. What else do they come with? The block heater as well. So nothing crazy. I don't need any. I don't need seat warmers. It's got cloth seats. It doesn't have the steering wheel heater or anything like that. So we're fine. It has what I need, and so once it breaks, I can fix it pretty easily. So yeah, that's my main goal with this truck, is just to make it last forever. I know there's a lot of people out there that buy trucks a couple of years and they turn them in. This is gonna be mine. I'm putting the money into it. I've just put a new spread bed liner in it. I did not come with one, which I knew I was gonna put one in there, but I've been procrastinating, and then I finally bit the bullet, and it's got a spray and bed liner. The dually is far more stable than the single rear wheel. Now, you'd obviously, physics, and you'd think that as well, but it's remarkable. I enjoy it. My F150, you can't really compare it because they're not the same truck. They're not. I mean, but my tool trailer would push that truck around a little bit when it was heavy, and forget about the dump trailer. The dump trailer was not part of that conversation. I was always cringing when that F150 was pulling the dump trailer. So this, honestly, there's been times, I'll admit it, I forget the tool trailer's back there. It's only 7,000 pounds, so it doesn't do much. But I'll be just driving, and I'll look behind me or just look in the mirror real quick because I forget it's there. It doesn't even affect the truck at all. Dump trailer, yes, it does. It weighs, we're over 12, 13, 16,000 pounds with that dump trailer, 18,000. So you do feel the weight, but it handles it like a champ, and it's fantastic. So it's an absolutely magnificent tool. I would highly recommend it to anybody. The two main reasons I got the F450 with the brakes, the wide track, the 19.5 wheels. Yeah, they are probably the low point of this truck. They are fine. They're great as far as road noise and everything, but they are stiff. That's exactly. Once my dualies wear out behind here, once those wear out, I'm gonna replace everything with 20s and put some no lift kit. I'm not about the lift kits. This is a work truck. We're gonna keep it low to the ground, so it's easier for me. It's easier for everything on my tools, easier for the drive line, all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to impress anybody with jacking my truck way up or putting 26 rim. This is a work truck first and foremost, so it's got to be, and it's also my daily driver. I drive this every day almost. Maybe we'll drive the wife's car once in a while, but that, me anyway. My wife drives it all the time, but for me, we'll take it out maybe once a week or so. But this truck, it's the engine's on almost every day of the week. So let's get back to the engine, or get to the engine, the 6.7 Power Stroke. Now I was looking, Ford has the 7.3 gas engine, and I was looking at that because I don't need a diesel, but the 450 doesn't come in anything but a diesel unless you go with the commercial package, which I wasn't going to do. So diesel was what I had, and that's what I got. And I'll say right now, I'm not going back to a gas engine for a truck like this. No, no. You'll be addicted to the torque. You'll be addicted to the sound if you're any kind of a truck person or a car guy. It's fantastic. I love the turbo sounds. It's fantastic. Yes, there's more maintenance. I'm taking it next week to get an oil change and fuel filters. So yeah, it's maintenance. You know, that's going to cost me probably $300-400. So it is what it is. But the engine, I love it. If you guys wanted to know. From a couple of the research I've done, this truck right now will put down 830 rear wheel torque and about 395 400 horsepower to the wheels. That's to the wheels right there, not the crank, because I don't care about crank. You know, I don't care about crank. I can't use that. What's at the wheels is what I got to use for work and towing and everything like that. So fantastic. It's got more than enough to break the tires loose. Which we try not to do, but you know, sometimes you come out of a corner, you're like, hey, all right, you know, you'll do a little fishtail. It's fun. In the snow, I'll say, if I have a picture, I'll put it here. I have gotten this truck stuck. You know, I'm working with it. I sunk it in the axles. It was a cold week, and then the next day was like 50 degrees, so the ground thawed out crazy. I think it rained even. So, yep, sunk it to the axles. I got it stuck once. I got it out, obviously. Oh, but I had the tool trailer behind me, so I couldn't, like, you know, stop, and it was made a little pain in the butt. But it took me a couple hours. I got unstuck by myself. But yes, I got the truck stuck. It's a work truck. What can I say? So does not get babied. I know that I've seen a bunch of trucks on. I've seen like 18s and 17 F450s for sale. They only have like 10,000, 15,000 miles. So it's like, it's been 8 months. I put over 24,000 miles on this truck. So it's a work truck, pure and simple. I own it. This is my owner review. If you guys want to, there's nothing. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. If there's anything that's going to break, I'm going to let you know. Things that I dislike about the truck, besides the ride quality when empty, which it is what it is. I mean, it'd be nice if it rode like a Cadillac, but it's, again, I bought a work truck. I bought a 450, 9,000 pound truck. You know, it is what it is. So other than that, not much else. There's a little creak in the steering wheel when you go hard over. You can just hear a small creak, and that's not every time. It's just once in a while. So again, I'm not going to bring it into the dealer to have them fix it or anything like it. It's not worth my time. If the truck's down, then I have to either get my business out of my wife's car or just take a day and stay at home kind of thing. So yeah, that's basically how I feel. Modifications to the truck, I would recommend obviously a spray and bed liner. It's pretty much a must, or at least a bed liner. I do have a radar detector. That's not because I go speed in the truck, but I just don't want to get caught if I'm driving and then suddenly the 45 mile an hour zone goes down to 25 and I'm not paying attention, and that's just one thing I have. That's gonna be hardwired into my upfitter switches. Dash camera, which will be coming as well, and then some wheels. That's pretty much it. Not gonna lift the truck. I'm not trying to impress anybody, but other than that, we'll do a couple cosmetic things. But it's a work truck. I use it every day. It tows. It always has a trailer behind it, unless I'm dropping it off and driving home, basically. And that's where we're at. I've taken the truck to Florida. My wife and the kid went to Florida with this. That's also kind of the reason why it has a little higher mileage, as opposed to 8 months out, because we drove to Florida and back. I don't care about fuel mileage at all. As long as it gets like 3 or 4 miles to the gallon, which it absolutely does. I don't care. Like if it is what it is, but it's got I think it's got almost a 50-gallon tank in there, and we're getting about 900 miles to the tank, driving to Florida and back. So, and then with the trailer, I don't care. It's pulling. It's making me money. If it needs fuel, like it needed it today, I just go there, prepay, have the teller tell me they've never had anybody put that much money on pump 10 or whatever it was before. I'm just like, hey, it's diesel. That's the way the economy. I'm not going to get into politics, but yeah, everybody knows how I feel about that if they know me. That's all I got. I appreciate it. You guys like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. We're all set. All right, so the YouTube videos, they kind of just, I guess they bother me, but I click off them. But if they buy a truck and they're like, oh yeah, it's just a great truck, and then like they're like, we tow with it like once a year. It's just like, the truck doesn't do any work. How do you know that it doesn't? I mean, to each to his own. Everybody can buy whatever they want to, but if you're doing a review on a truck like this, you're going to need to actually put weight behind it and have some sort of real world experience. But it is what it is. So, and then my next one will be there's a lot of videos out there about dealers reviewing the trucks. They're just trying to sell a product. They are reading off the window sticker, and most of the main YouTube channels that review vehicles, all they do is here's a big truck, it's got a 6.7 power stroke. They'll read the the numbers, the SAE or whatever it is, numbers from the engine, and they're like, oh, it's got 1,000 foot-pounds. It doesn't, and they're not real reviews. They're basically just advertising it for their channel and getting clicks and stuff, which it got me to click. I mean, it's nice to watch and look at other vehicles and stuff, but it's hard to find guys who actually put these trucks through, or pretty much any product through their paces, and give you long-term reviews, which is why I'm kind of making this video anyway. So other than that, I mean, there's guys who get new trucks every year. There's so they're like, oh, it's the best truck ever. They'll jack it up, make it a Hollywood truck kind of thing, which is really high end lift, and it doesn't do any work. It's not practical to do any kind of work with it at all. Or they'll put nice fancy rims on it. Nobody ever wants to go off roading for any reason to damage them or anything like that. So that's just my opinion. It is what it is. But I mean, I make these videos. This is a dirty truck. Basic review of it. 25,000 miles into it, and it's been fantastic. That's about it.